Welcome to today's tournament. Semper Challenger Cup it is. Long summer break, we're back with a huge tournament. Plenty of teams ready to fight each other for the small prize pool of 150 euro, I think. You already know me today without a cam. My name is Joki, and by my side, my caster is.
Hello, I'm Spectrum. It's lovely to be on the broadcast today, bringing you all of the action. Action, I believe we've already had just a bit of. Of course, we've missed the first round of Play That Play just an hour or so earlier, so we're going straight into round two with a game of, I believe, let's see who is playing. We've got Semper Rage versus In Vino Veritas. Semper Rage, I believe, a team that many of the people viewing may be familiar with. In Vino Veritas, maybe a little bit newer. But this game today, it's shaping up to be really quite entertaining. I think Mr. Jokey knows a little bit about Semper Rage. I'll let him start talking a little bit about them.
Yeah, well, I thought I know them, but I really just recognize one name. It's Ryuma, and he is the support in their team. But we will start with a tank. It's obvious she is their main tank, or their tank. I still used to Overwatch 1 where there are two tanks. And a little bit fun fact about her, she routed down by herself, a little artistic and the enlightened one. So we will see about that one. And on a DPS position, we have I Doomfist You. What a wonderful name. And, well, besides his name, his main hero on this position is Genji, so you need to change your name, dude.
I mean,
And
yeah, but being a Doomfist one trick pony in Overwatch 2 as a DPS player is a little bit tricky, but maybe
yeah,
we'll see some role swaps going forward.
we will see. We will see. And on the second DPS position, we have Julian, or aka Gurkenwasser. And he plays Sombra. And I'm excited to see some Sombra plays today because we already know there was a huge change in her play style and abilities. I hope to see some good and funny action here. But fun fact about him, it's he's a Mercy main. Mercy main playing DPS. Gonna be fun. And on his supports, by the way, supports, we have Darky. She is the Mercy in their team. I think they switched the roles. And, well, I don't think that's a fun fact, but she wrote down depressed. Lol. I feel you. I feel you. Yeah. No
Oh, that's
judgment.
rough.
And we have Ryoma, an old name of the Semper community, I think. I heard this name more often in the server. And he is the second support, and he plays the BAP. And, well, he says console player are cringe. I don't judge, but I kind of agree.
Yeah, we can judge a little bit. But facing off against them will be In Vino Veritas. In wine there is truth, and best hope they haven't been screwing the hooch too much if they want to be able to bring the pain against Semper Rage. A little bit of drink. I've heard some people claim that it helps you steady the nerves, but at that point you're just making life a little bit harder for yourself. So we'll have to hope the players on your screen, they've been reasonable, they've been responsible. It's Skilla, Julin, Akira, Srak, and Neko who will be the players. And I got to say, a big spread of players in this. We do have a GM1 peak player, actually. That's Akira, who does claim to love the Bastion. Been nerfed a little bit in recent times, but still can definitely able to be bringing the pain. Neko as well. It's hit 4.4k in Overwatch 1, which is a little bit crazy. Srak as well, a player to keep your eye on. Claims he'll be doing the pineapple, that is, one-tricking Ilari as a DPS player on support. Have to hope that that doesn't lead to any sort of compositional mismatch, a lack of ability to play a certain backline. But we'll see, I think, in a little bit if that's what's going to be the thing that limits In Vino Veritas, the bottleneck that stops them from reaching their true potential. Either way, first map will be, I believe, Suravasa. So we start on Flashpoint all throughout the tournament, and this is going to be a very entertaining map to watch. Lucio, surely going to be played pretty much every time we go to Flashpoint, and it's kind of seeing what the teams do to build their compositions around it. Do they want the punching power that a Reinhardt can provide, or do they want to take some more angles, make it a little bit more complicated with a Genji, a Tracer, for example?
Yeah, we will see about that. But as I said, I'm hoping for good summer plays. Hard to play here in Suravaza because still some people struggle to find their ways to the point. And now, as a flanking Sombra, it's kind of hard to get to the target fast. and we will see how the teams are going to manage this. I still struggle around these maps. I still cry in a corner and search for help to find a way to the next point. So maybe a small minimap in this mode would help me a lot more. By the way, I play on the Dia Elo, so I should be know how to play this game. Yeah.
Just unlucky, I guess. I will say, I also get lost quite a lot, and I play this game way too much. I think the maps are just very large, very complicated, but that's just how it goes sometimes, unfortunately. And yeah, I think you mentioning the new Sombra is really the talk of the town right now, right? I mean, with such a big rework, and honestly, what I think is probably a buff on the whole, then some Sombra Tracer dive can be absolutely terrifying right now. And yes, EMP is going to be quite a lot weaker, but also your neutral value, your ability to put pressure with outside of that ultimate is so much higher. Virus is such a strong ability even without the hack that I think that Sombra is definitely very playable for these two teams should they have the hero pool for it. Just if they want to pull it out is going to be the real question, but I would personally love to see some.
I think everyone does. I mean, we can ask a chat what the chat was hopes to see. Maybe a good old brawl or spam.
We are EU after
Who
all.
knows? Who knows? But spam on this map is hard one, a really hard one. You have to play so different than you used to play this comp. So maybe we just see a brawler dive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I partially agree with that. I think that you play a little bit differently, but I still think it's like a strong comp. I think we have seen quite a lot of Baptiste Alari actually on this map, especially foregoing the Lucio just for extra damage. If your supports are comfortable playing with relatively low resources, very little help from your tank line, then it really does end up getting quite a lot of work done. But again, it's just as if you have the support line to kind of pull it off. You know, with the quote unquote pineapple support on Invino Veritas, then honestly, could be possible if he does also mirror the same playstyle as Pineapple. But, you know, as we say, all this is just speculation. We're going to have to wait till we go into the game to see.
Yeah. That's the point. And yeah, but let's talk little bit more about Ravasa. We have 5 different points. I looked after it how the points are called. I still need to find it again. And we can discuss some strats around the single points till we wait to the for the teams to be ready. Where did I put the picture?
Well, the thing about Surabasa, compared to at least New Junk City, is that by and large, Surabasa will have slightly longer sightlines, which means, but they're all very mid-range, which means you won't see very many snipers, for example, and it's going to be really focused on brawling in the large chokes.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, normally the compositions you see played is lots of Orisa, lots of Genji heroes who can, you know, utilize that mobility and fight at that mid-range effectively and survivably. That's mainly what you're going to be seeing played. But I mean, each flashpoint will play very differently, of course. If I'm in Palace, for example, there's much less cover. It's much more of like a kill box than, for example, Gardens might be, which does have a little bit more cover, a little bit more obstacles to clear when getting closer to the objective. You know, pay maybe a little bit of attention to where each team elects to fight, because the fights won't always start on the flashpoint. Yes, it kind of has to for at least the first fight, but after that, watch how teams elect to try and take a fight to maybe get a surprise going. You know, catch their opponents off guard, throw a haymaker from behind them, even to try and get any advantage. Because with flashpoints going past so quickly, surprise is such a successful tool in getting you wins on this game mode.
And we already see the first team already on a point on market. Low HP here for Gurkenwasser, alias Julian. I need to remember that name. He falls back to get some safer position, and they're just poking slowly into it and find out what's the best way to go. And there's the first big engage, and Genji falls down to Thunder. And next one, who is going to be the next one? No, they're playing safe. They already have a pick and they're still playing safe. Or is there only one on point? Low HP. The lamp saved her a little bit from the damage. But Bakira is the next one who falls down, and they already cleaning up. Jolene gets Ryuma, and now they have to fall back. And first point goes to Team Invino.
Looks like we've got Semper Rage, who's in
Semper
control
Rage.
of it.
Sorry, I changed the
Yeah.
team names.
Now the
My bad.
Bastion just does too much control of space, and if Sojourner isn't consistently hitting the heads, hitting the railguns, then there's going to be no way for them to get a pick, and that means that first control is going to be garnered very, very well.
And we see another poke here by the teams. They're going the same way as in Vino, not in Vino, Semper H did. And here comes the first ult from Illari. The beat saves the team from the ult from Illari. Another ult coming out. No, they still saving ults. Here comes the Bab window. Who's going to fall first? Who is going down first? It is again Bakira from Invino. He gets a trade pick. They're getting a trade pick on Akira, but the Illari cleaning up. I Doomfist you on the Genji. They're struggling a little bit to get here a good fight, a good group fight. They're all by themselves, and that's a good opportunity for Semper H to get a fight, the second fight for themselves. See, the team of Semper H has 4 ultimates ready to engage in the fight, maybe to get a point for them, and the Bastion going to clear the space for them. Yes, it doesn't help for Bakira to... He pulled his ult and got eaten by Riza, I see. That's a pity, that's a pity. Gurkenwasser cleaning up, getting picked by Thunder again, and they are going to get the first point in Vino Veritas. Now they need to be fast.
Flashpoint burns down, and now there is a bit of a timer. They don't have to go too quickly if they don't want to, but they already have to be thinking about the next point. If they get caught off on these rotations, it could lead to a massive snowball and make the life of Semper H so much harder. But by the looks of things, it's going to be a free cap for Invino Veritas.
And you're right, it is. They're already holding the point here, or is it going on for a small flank on the left side, fighting against the Bastion, getting some damage here, and now getting pushed by the Zarya. Getting pushed and already half HP, 1 HP, not 1 HP, half HP, and the lamp saves him again.
Window could be big. But it looks like they were not pushing off too much. Just going to be kited very well by Invino Veritas, but the kills are coming through. Oh, my mistake. That's just the breakables. Finally, the Zarya are going to be the first full, but is that enough?
Yes, it is enough. They're cleaning up here, Jolene, getting the last 2 picks, and I have to say, Thunder, alias Skiller, is the most dangerous hero right now. He gets the most picks here, already close to his next ultimate, and the team Semper H, they just wasted all of their ultimates and still didn't get a point. Let's see, maybe they can do it with a beat, but the beat should be safe for some huge ults from Skrillex. And here again, pushing hardcore into it. The Bastion pushing in. The beat coming already, but safe. All of them. They were all low. The beat was great. Bakir gets the first pick, gets picked by Neko, but Gurkenwasser Ryuma. They are cleaning up now. Is it their fight? Is it their fight? Their point is not safe till now. Now they have the point, and Gurkenwasser cleaning up all the enemy players, and they have to fight.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic beat timing coming through from Semper H. I have to say, normally you want your beat to hit as late as possible. You see just how low the HP went down for the blue side before the beat finally ended up connecting, and that means you get the most value possible. It blocks the most damage, and with an advantage that large, it's going to be very, very hard for Invino Veritas to try and get a win in that fight. Coming in now, they're very close to the pull artillery formation combo. See if that's big, but instead, won't be catching anyone. They elect not to use that.
Big one here from Julian again with his ultimate going into it, and Doomfist supports Gurkenwasser with 4k here on ultimate from Sojourn. Big hold here, both teams on 77%. Let's see who will hold the point for last. They have ult opportunity here on Vino Veritas, 2 ults against 1. Gonna be interesting.
Yeah, definitely. But interesting is going to be probably the word I'd use for us, because this isn't so one-sided. Orisa spinning onto point, no gold, no spin, going to be taken down quick, but Lou will be traded back, but no one can touch the point. We're going to be going 1-1 here on Suravasa, and these two teams seem to be even Stevens to me. 3 ults for Invino Veritas, but so far, Semper H looks like they want to fight them far before the flashpoint. No one's going to be going down just yet, but the HP is so low.
This is gonna be interesting. They're fighting and are not fighting on the next point, so some of them may have a spawn, opportunity, a faster spawn to get faster to the point, and they're still fighting, still not finding the point where they're going to have to fight. Now they have to go a long way, and the other team already respawned and got a shorter way to go the next point. And maybe that's a negative point here for Semper H.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see. I think the window's going to have to be the linchpin of the fight plan for Semper Rage. With the bash, and it can do so much damage. Catch a member of Invino Veritas with their pants down, perhaps, but that is all pertinent if the execution is good. And with the ult bank of Invino Veritas, then the execution has to be picture perfect.
Big ultimate here from the Bastion. Pulls out the lamp from Ryuma and he dies to the Illari. Both supporters getting the kills here. The important kills. Killed the supporters from the enemy team. Jolene cleaning up on I Doomfist you. Like just searching for the rest. And maybe the Zarya all lose you. No, they're playing safe. Pulling back to point and defending it there.
Point control, and they know that with the overclock of Jillian, it's going to be really, really hard to push into pretty much any space for the side of Semper Rage. So Invino Veritas is just sticking on point, harassing on the angles, and trying to wait for a mistake that they can punish. So far, nothing yet, but it's still time that's being burnt off the clock, and it's still an advantage for Invino Veritas.
And Jolene again with an ultimate. We already know the 4K, maybe a 5K now. No! Semper Rage is holding the point pretty strong. Getting the kills here, getting the important kills. Jolene just no value for this fight. And back to Semper Rage. We have to see what they're going to do next. Again, maybe with a huge Orisa ult going in, pushing in. But there's nothing to combo with.
Yeah, that's always the problem. Orisa has been a little bit stronger now since the buffs that makes it go through shield, but it's still not a fight winner by any means. So they're going to have to hope for maybe a railgun to connect from Jolene or a bash and nade from Akira to try and get some real lethality with the Terra Surge. Spinning in, looking to set up for it, but so far just having to hold the space.
One bubble already out by this area. Maybe that's the opportunity to get in. They're rotating pretty fast to the right side. Orisa going in the backline. There comes the ultimate. There comes one kill. Big kill with Illari combo. I was wrong. I said there's nothing to combo, but Illari managed to get her ult. Props to you. Big combo here. And I think that's the point for Invino Veritas. What a huge combo. What a huge play. We will see. 10% to go. It's going to be close. 1, 2 ults on the side of Semper Rage. They're going in without an ult. Now comes the BAP window. And the Bastion pulls out his big turret. Gets nothing. But his team supports him and gets the kills on the low targets here. And fast to the third point. Fourth.
Space control is one of those intangibles in Overwatch that can be quite hard to think about, but it's so valuable. And there, Akira did absolutely that. With the window as well, there was no way that Semper Rage could push through that main choke. So they were stymied. They had to take essentially a 1-5 with the Attack Visor by Doomfist, and from there, easy cleanup for Invino Veritas, who now have first control here of Gardens.
And still one ult on the side of Semper Rage. Is it going to be the ult to get the point? Here comes the window straight on point to kite around it, but Bastion denies it and pulls out again the lamb from Ryuma and kills him. Gurkenwasser gets a trade, but I think it doesn't help really much. Gets the second pick. Maybe this is the turnaround. No, it's not. It's not. Sorry, I should calm down a little bit. They're still holding it like a wall. Team Invino Veritas. And Semper Rage can't get past them.
By the looks of things, yeah, first cap goes over to the red side. And yeah, just gonna be a drop back from Semper Rage again. They are against a map point. If they give up this last 70%, then they're going to be losing the first map to their opponents. They have some tools to crack it open. Gurkenwasser has been relatively quiet on the Sojourn. Popping the overclock now, putting so much damage, and Akira's on a sliver of HP, but no final blows just yet.
Big ultimate here from Illari again, pulling down the speed from them. They can't really go on point. The Lucio is dangerously low and he dies first, but I Doomfist you gets traded. No, gets the trade on. They're still switching around the craft. Useless, Orisa ult, useless. Every useless ult is pulled out now. No ult ready for the next fight. They're still fighting and maybe still dying. I don't know. The soldier runs. The soldier doesn't die. He's still alive. No, he dies.
Yeah, and now 5%. They need to get a touch going. Batcher is close with the Doomfist and will be able to get overtime started, but is that enough?
I don't think so. It's the point. The first point goes to Invino Veritas. Interesting pick by us at the end. Doomfist against Orisa always pulls the shorter one. Maybe Ball would be better, but still against Orisa and the Fortify and every utility from Orisa, it's hard to get on point with a high mobility hero. Again,
I think
the
Bull is
huge ally.
actually is a little bit slower because you get that 5 seconds of no grapple when you spawn in. So I think Doomfist is going to be a little bit faster, especially if you use all his weird techs. But I think it's a kind of a moot point, unfortunately. Semper Rage just weren't able to bring the same heat that they did on the first Flashpoint to the rest of them. After that, more or less just a sweep coming through from Invino Veritas. Starts out very, very close, very, very even, but I think once they got warmed up a little bit, did Invino Veritas, then it just became very, very one-sided. Yeah, and a lovely Orisa ult comboed with the Iliari ult was, I think, the capstone of all that. That was the best ult play we saw out of IVV, and some lovely execution won them. Sorry, the points.
Yeah, maybe we will see it in the replay later. And I want to honor the 4K from Sojourn we saw in the play of the game. Beautiful, committed, and executed here from the player. I didn't know who it was exactly, but it was a honor to see this kind of play. And now we see a
Yep.
little beautiful replay.
Here we go. Oh, yeah, here we go. So spinning in, just outside of the immortality field. The Illari ult hits the same time the Orisa ult does, and yeah, no way, unfortunately, for Semper Rage that they were going to get much of anything there. Just absolutely cooked by the play, and from there it was just GG go next.
I don't know. Can a beat and a Zarya bubble maybe save them, or is it so much damage that just anything that can counter it, maybe a cleanse or lamb, could save them? But we just go with a beat and bubble. Do you think it can save some players, or is it just so much damage?
I mean, Bubble can probably save somebody, but even if you use both bubbles, you save yourself and one other player, then you still have to be worried about being at a 2-5. And with beats, while it can, in theory, then there's such a big threat of Ajaxing, of going down before the ultimate hits the ground, that you're almost incentivized not to use it and to instead pop it in a situation where you know for a fact it's going to connect. So, yeah, beat maybe could, but it's just not consistent enough. I think we've all seen Elusio die mid cast a couple times in Overwatch 2, and
Yeah.
trying not to be added onto that list, unfortunately. There now, on to the future, on to the next map type. We have push every map, of course, in the map pool. And if I'm Semper Rage, where am I taking this next?
Well, if I should take a guess, I think they will go to Midtown. I think it's the favorite map of all push maps for everyone. Nobody likes the other one. I don't know about you, but Midtown is the best push map so far. Great angles, great journey around the map. Not like Colosseum, where you have the small turnaround and everyone can jump on you from the high ground, and you don't know where everyone is at. So I
Okay.
think they're going for Midtown. What's your thought about that?
Wait, I mean, do you mean New Queen Street? Sorry, just to
Yeah,
clarify.
sorry,
Yeah,
New Queen Street. Yeah, not Midtown.
yeah.
Midtown was the hybrid map. Sorry.
Midtown hybrid. Yeah, I was confused for a second, but yeah, I wouldn't mind that at all. I think that Colosseo obviously is what you're going to play if you're going to play something very stammy or very brawly. Just because you can't play anything that requires angles, that requires diving, is the first point is unfortunately far too hostile to that kind of play. But New Queen Street, you can play more or less everything, but again, it's got some very good angles if you do want to play more of those angles-based compositions. And if you want to play something else, then the main is valuable enough space that you can still get away with playing something like that. So yeah, I would really like to see New Queen Street come through. But I think in general, push is going to be essentially, are you playing Colosseo or are you not playing Colosseo? And I would not like to see some Colosseo here.
Yeah, no, me neither. Let's just pay the teams to say they want to play New Queen Street, and we're all happy. Yeah, Chad? What about you? What's your favorite push map? Do you think the same like us, or do you think no, Colosseum is the best that
if you,
could happen to Overwatch 2?
if you think Colosseo is the best, then I will mail you my address just so we can fight.
Oh, I will bet on you.
I hate that map so much. It's ruined so many of my days. That being said, it is because I'm a tracer player and trying to flank when they can just see me through the glass. It's not happening. Not in a million years.
No way. But I already read it in the chat. I'm not gonna spoil you guys. It's going to be a fun cast right now.
Let's see what we got.
Maybe we'll see it in a few
Maybe.
minutes.
Yeah.
But there's some technical issues by a team member from Semper, from right. So we have to wait a little bit longer.
Mm. Well, we can use this time to speak a little bit more about the map pool, the format we're kind of elected to use. Of course, this isn't going to be what you saw in Overwatch League or Contenders if you're watching that action. Of course, we just started off from Flashpoint. We're going to push now. After that, we've got Hybrid and Escort. And we're going to be finishing out on Control. So we're allowed to... Interesting, okay.
Sorry, yeah, we just changed the order of the map pool. Spectarian, you were right, because in the rules the setup was different, but I think the teams just communicated under each other that they're going to play Control and it's going to be Lijiang Tower. So I think we're going to be like the Overwatch League.
Fair enough. I mean, I do quite like Lijiang Tower, so I'm not complaining.
Yeah, that's
I think
true.
it's a great map, an entertaining map. But, just threw me for a loop for a second.
And Lijiang Tower open for every comp, dive comp, pro comp, poke comp. Everything is possible here in each map. So we are open to everything the teams are going to play. Maybe now we're going to see a Sombra, maybe not. It's just a freshly changed to Sombra. Not everyone is used to it. So just have to wait.
Starting off on Control Center, though, Sombra might be a little bit harder to apply than in the other 2 points. So maybe not Sombra just here. You know, Reinhardt, Ramatra, both could be very valid picks. Orisa as well, should the tanks wish to play it. And I was going to say, I would really like to see some Pharah maybe come out on Garden specifically, but not here. Here, a Junkrat, and just like beefy tanks, beefy health pools, Baptiste is going to be a necessity, is what we can expect to see. I'm not going to talk about what they're doing in Thorn, because they're going to bait me.
Maybe not. I already know your feeling about the baits. They're picking here and they think, oh yeah, they're going to play this com, and you talk and talk, and then they change.
Exactly.
And you're like, okay, guys. But they're not changing. They're keeping their comms like they started it. And we're going in with a interesting comp on the side of Invino Veritas. It's going to be a symmetric comp with a TP on the server room. And already a fast pick on I do foresee from Akira. What a huge nade and spear from Orisa. They're already 5 against 4. They can push, they can be a little bit more greedy. The cleanse is already out, and the shift from the Junker Queen is out too. So they have not much opportunities and abilities to fight now. But the Venus Veritas just playing it safe and going back to the point.
And I mean, why not? You have the pick. You know that Semper has to push into you, and with the Bastion shift, you can make that so punishing as Betra goes down to that same ability.
It was just a bait. They baited them in and they got all the kills and just one is alive. The Lucio on the left side. I do Lucio died again. He's dying pretty fast right now. Maybe they should set up a little bit more safer than the small big pack healing pack there in the starting room.
Yeah, Junkrat's going to be really hard to play, especially on the attacking side. So while from Jilin, I don't mind it, from Doomfist is going to be a little bit harder. Just poking back and forth now, but so far no one goes down.
They're pushing a bit further now with the Orisa 45, but here comes the ultimate from Orisa, getting in some kills, no, but still pulling them together for Junkrat, Nate, and Neko gets the second kill on Darky. Now they're just cleaning up again. Yeah, Neko shows what Bab is able to do without every time to heal someone. And now they're pulling back again, setting up for the next fight, 50% for Invino Veritas.
And Semper aren't even particularly close to many of their ults. Yes, they have the Kitsune Raid, that's Kitsune Rush, that's gonna be kind of it. They would really like a Riptide here to get an opening pick, but instead the primary fire is going to be enough.
It's enough? No, it's not enough. Akira shows off and gets still a 4K on the team of Semper Rage. They have a hard time to get on the point. They didn't even touch the point, I think. They just my English is fucked up today, sorry for that. They can't get to the point. Huge wall of Orisa and Bastion standing in their way. But now we may see a sneaky little peeky Reaper. Nope, not sneaky little peeky.
Nah, shotgun's blaring. Scaling for the Death Blossom could be huge, but instead the Tire catches two!
And now here comes the Death Blossom. Gets one. Gets killed. Okay. That's it for Semper right here on the first point. It's already overtime and full hold here from Invino Veritas. Who would have thought that they're going to be so dominant on this first map?
Yeah, so far they're looking very, very strong. But I will say, Control Center is kind of the black sheep of Lijiang's tower. If you can't play this map, it's very possible that you can still win the other two pretty consistently, but that's kind of if your compositions don't fit. And if Semper Rage are looking towards the Sombra right now, then it's a real possibility that they just have more practice on the Sombra. But as I said, they've swapped off. They're going over to the Pharah composition. Again, it's not something you can play in Control Center, but I still also did get baited, so, you know, a little bit unfortunate. Sim TP, very, very important to watch out for. We'll see if they take it into the window on the point, or if they just want to get out of spawn a little bit faster. But either way, we see a great stylistic matchup here. It's going to be very curious to see how it ends up going.
And Doofus goes in for fast peak damage here on the team, and the TP goes into the window, as you said. And they realized it too late, maybe. Yes, they already set up on point, and now it's getting hard to get on the point. The Sim turret's already set up, maybe on the inside in the walls. And Farah just has to stay outside in the window and already poke in. That's gonna be a huge rocket here, getting some damage, but the peeling from Invino Veritas is bigger than the damage from the Farah. Going to be a hard time, and Gorkmaster dies first. I do think you gets the trade pick on Akira, the MVP so far on this map. Maybe this is gonna be the change. The Sim getting the heal pack. No, does not get the heal pack. Low HP already. Getting healed from the Ilari turret. Does not get enough here to get on the point.
Yeah, the rockets are connecting. There's been so much damage, but unfortunately not the final blows that you'd want to get a fast cap through. Maybe a little bit lack of kill power from iDoomfist, who really does need to be hitting a little bit more direct, but instead they will be taking down the hit scans of Serac and Co-Connect, and now 30% accrued for Invino Veritas. Semper Rage looking to be tripping over their own shoelaces a little bit here, making full swaps off the Farina onto the Reaper Kiriko. See if these changes are going to be the golden bullet that solves all their problems, but so far I'd have to guess not. They're going to need a little bit more than just some hero swaps and elbow grease to get them the win here.
And we already saw the Sombra struggling to stay invisible, to get some sneaky flanks here. Already get detected. Orizold getting in. Ilari fires two, and a huge combo again with two ultimates, getting the full team swipe here on Semper Rage. They have a hard time to get here into this team fight. What's wrong? They have to wake up. Come on, guys. It's already 6:60 in the afternoon.
I mean, they've got maybe one good fight left, and they're coming up on some decent ults. The EMP could be huge if it does, may able to connect, but other than that, they're going into disadvantage. Veritas have all the tools in the world because Semper Rage haven't forced them to use anything, and now in this last fight, we'll see if they can get anything going.
Gorkmaster already gets the first pick here on draw lane with on the Symmetra. Now they're going in really slowly. The Lucio already low HP again. The wall saves him somehow. And the Bastion goes out with a big turret again, gets Bakira. Bakira, by the way, got Neko, but nope. That's just so much damage. They can't out-heal this. An EMP maybe trying to save it here. Not enough. It's not enough, and already the second map for Invino Veritas.
Yeah, celebratory artillery formation, but realistically that was all the side of Invino Veritas. It felt like there was just no way in, no gap in the armor that Semper Rage could exploit, and now down 2-0. I believe that's going to be the end of this match, actually.
Yeah, it's right. It's best of 3. I didn't thought about that. It's best of 3, so they won 2 maps, and that's it for this matchup with a huge full hold on the second map here for Invino Veritas. They're going into round 3. And I think Semper Rage is going down to the loser brackets.
Yeah, they will still have another chance here. They're not just knocked out the tournament just yet, but I mean, with that, Semper Rage is going to have to figure out how they want to play the game. They're going to have to look at this and maybe make some changes, because unfortunately they had no chance, it felt like, against Invino Veritas, who were just in control the entire time. If in wine there is truth, then I don't know, maybe I have to start drinking, because that was very, very strong.
Yeah. It looked like they didn't know what to do in the last map at all. They just picked some heroes, and some people were going around on the right side, some straight main, and it seemed like there was no real plan about this comp. And you saw it on Vino Veritas. They were just like a wall on the point. No one got through. Maybe one got killed, but the other just got punished by them. And this is what we like to see: good team play. And yeah, Semper H needs to wake up on the loser bracket to get the second chance.
Yeah, hard to disagree with that. And I think we have to put in a positive word for Invino Veritas, who did just play that perfectly. I have to say, I don't think any member of their team stood out massively, other than maybe Srak on the Iliari, but it was instead the team play, just the lack of mistakes that we saw out of them that caused the level of success I think we saw. So, hats off to the entire team who all played impeccably. They got the win for their team, and they got to advance into playing another round. They get to continue the upper bracket streak, and hopefully they can make it all the way to the finals.
And if I remember right, maybe the regie can correct me. We're going to cast the next game is going to be the match C14. But there's still no matchup, and maybe I have to.
I mean, this was pretty quick, so it's very possible the other games are still happening.
No, there's already just had to refresh my page. So maybe it's going to be, if I'm right, C14, Le Cojino Carry and Repair Local, if that's correct. Those are going to be the next teams we are going to cast, so stay tuned. I don't know if we're going to make some short interview or not.
No, we're just going straight to a break.
Okay. Then we're going on a short break, and as I said, this is going to be the next matchup. Stay tuned, get some drinks, pet your cat, or fish, whatever, and we'll see you in a few minutes. welcome back. We're back. I grabbed myself a drink. I hope you did too. And we're ready for the next matchup. It's going to be an interesting one. We have two teams, Let Kokino Carry and Repair Local. Both teams are high MMR team again, and interesting players. I will start with Repair Local. We have a tank again. It's going to be Ben. He just says GG. And on a DPS possession, we have Acrophobia and Baptiste, who calls himself
Uh,
Baptiste and plays support. Okay, plays DPS, but all right. Baptiste playing DPS. We will see. And now onto the support line, we have Alina and Pfirsich. It's strange to pronounce it. In the beginning, when I first casted for this Discord server, I always said Gazich because his name is written in G4 and then the Sich pronunciation. And I always thought, why is it called Gazich? And it's called Pfirsich. I know it now. I'm sorry for that. And he calls himself a Bronze 5 player, but we all know it's not true.
Yeah, fair enough. And from the other side, Let Cugino carry appears they're communicating in Spanish, but we have Muse, Chaba, Alexia, Crew, and Don't Talk, Please. Now, this is a pretty stacked team, I have to say. I mean, Chaba apparently has been playing in the World Cup under Belgium. So, yeah, definitely some of the cream of the crop, sorry, of European Overwatch talent on Let Cugino carry. And really excited to see what they have to bring in New Junk City. Of course, we haven't seen this yet today, but it's going to be very similar to Suravasa, except for in how quickly it plays and how the cover works. The sidelines are normally a little bit shorter, which means you can see maybe a little bit more Doomfist, a little bit more of those flanking heroes than you often do in New Junk City.
Yeah, I love New Junk City because maybe, but I'm this kind of player who likes maps because of the looks, not of the playstyle. But it's a beautiful map. I love this rusted down post-apocalyptic scenario, and all the first point even with a small arena in the middle and a little high ground and low ground. It makes it more interesting because when you decide to hold it on the point, you always have the low ground, and some or most of the times it's just a bad decision to hold the low ground. So you playing here around the upper side of this arena, and it opens up so much opportunities for flanks going around, like playing a little kids game. I think it's called Goose Goose Duck, and you can
Duck
play it
Duck
here
Goose.
around, and you take some and run away. Um, I'm happy to see here some interesting flank plays from both teams. And as I heard, we're ready already and we're going into New Junk City. Let's see who's going to win the first fight. What's your prediction here?
First fight can be very interesting in the totally even matchup. You know, you don't have as much time to get an interesting plan. You have no ult, so it is just down to your mechanical ability, and kind of have to give that to Let Kajina carry right now. But I
Okay,
mean,
okay.
saying that as well, then of course there's so much like almost luck that comes into whether you hit a specific shot or not, where it's a body shot or a headshot. That honestly, it could go either way. So while that's where I'm hedging my guess, that is by no means gospel. It really could be anyone. And looking at the comps out of spawn, well, you know, again, they could be changing. I am liking what we're kind of seeing so far. The Zarya Mei Bastion is definitely still very tenable, even with the Zarya nerfs coming through. And the Bastion damage, of course, is absolutely humongous, can ruin the day of anyone playing against it. Be very curious if they stick on the Ana from Don't Talk, Please, but it looks like they are. Very interesting. Normally you see a Kiriko or a Baptiste, someone who can survive a little bit longer, but the Nana boost, I guess, as well as the offensive nades, going to be worth more to Let Kajina carry. We'll see if that's enough. And the double poke backline from their opponents, from Repair Crew, we got Zenyatta, Ana. I'm not sure I'm in love with this, and it's already plenty of damage onto Ben. Lovely
And a
walls
huge wall
for
here.
Zarya, though.
Nobody thought about the walls, and the walls getting down here to Zarya. Alexia getting a trade pick on both tanks, so it's no tank for both teams. It's a 4v4. No, it's a 3v4. Acrophobia gets Alexia on the Bastion, gets the second pick on the Mei. Now it's just a cleanup again for the team of Repair Local.
And yeah, Cap's gonna come through in the end. Once both tanks are down, then the superior damage that you saw out the backline of Alina Fan and Gazik, honestly too strong there. Unfortunately, no value from the Lucio if you've got no one left to speed, and first control over to repair local. Your opponent's now on the outside looking in, trying to get a breakthrough, but with low charge Zarya, it's going to be very, very tough.
And you see the fear in Zarya's eyes because of the Maywall who killed her in the first fight. She's playing more defensively now. Bastion going in his turret form with a bubble to get some damage here out, but gets walled out. A trade pick happens in the same time. Chaba gets Baptiste and Fierce gets Alexa, but Muse gets the tank and now cleans up with a 3k on the team of Repair Local. But Acro cleaning up, nope, gets picked by Chaba again.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm in love with that Blizzard, I have to say. While they did get one, even had a possibility for two, then you were still in such a big numbers disadvantage that not only was catching that many in the Blizzard very unlikely, but the chance you have to finishing off, or more importantly, converting the fight was even lower. And so it's a very strong ultimate, unfortunately. That Acrophobia is really giving one thing back. They can't come with, for example, the Eraser pull anymore. And the same could not be said of Chaba, who has one of their own to invest as they see fit, and this one could be huge.
Big Zenyatta chance here to save the Razor from the freeze, but the purple already gets to the Razor. What a huge purple and a huge humongous grab on the 3 squishies. Still alive, is then fighting for his life and gets punched in the face by a grenade from Bastion. What a huge ultimate combination here from the team. Let Kokino carry. Alina tried her best on the trance to save the team, but the purple from Don't Talk killed him, or killed the team.
Yeah, I gotta say, a little bit of an expensive fight using 3 to try and get the cap through, but yeah, with the point flipping over, then it won't be punished for that, at least on that particular flashpoint. Going into the next one though, they will have early advantage, but if this fight goes on too long, then their red team will be able to build into some more of their own ultimates. So it's really in Alexia and Ko's favor to go quick, to use the beat for an aggressive fight, maybe get the Bastional in as well for an early pick. But they have control of the point, and so far, pretty comfortable here. I'll let Kojino carry.
And again, a huge nade from Don't Talk, please. We have to watch out for those nades from him. And they're playing really slow now. Oriza takes a short sleep here, short nap, to get the power back for the engage for the ultimate. The ultimate is ready. Maybe we see a big Oriza ultimate coming in. Huge purple from them, a big wall, zoning them out. The beat comes in to save the team. Bastion pulls out his ultimate. The Mei still in block, gets not picked from the Bastion ult, but gets picked from Muse. And now they're just falling like leaves from the tree.
Yeah, a little bit rough there. It was a lovely Maywall from Acrophobia, but unfortunately there just was no follow-up coming through. The beat from Crew too good, and from there it's going to be 40%, almost 50 accrued. Nano Boost as well from Don't Talk Please could really come up clutch, thrown onto either Muse or Alexia. And realistically, with no Transcendence up yet from Alina Fan, they have no way of mitigating that. So if a Nano comes through, they have to either kite it, kill it, or hope that this lands the sleep dart, because those are your only ways of shutting down such a powerful ultimate. Wait, where's Don't Talk Please?
I want to talk about that. What is he doing in the backline? He's like a flanking Anna who gets asleep on a Cassidy, still annoys him in the backline, and yeah, it's the point for them maybe.
Surely he just goes down here, right? No, wins the 1v1. Still, very little support for their team. The Nano Boost invested onto the Bash and will connect, but no Terraform can't able to get the Iron Crab passive nor the extra DPS, and so just good for a little bit of stall. The point flip will come through, and finally, percentage on the boards for Repairco.
Close one. Maybe Don't Talk Please. Throw it here a little bit. Maybe it was just not on purpose, maybe just wanted to go for a hunt, and there was already a result back, so we don't know. And now they have to take the point back, or it's a 1-2-1 for them, but 99% should be easy when they're going all in. There is the Blizzard, but Alina gets Muse. It's still interesting here for the fight. Bastion in his third form gets some damage on Orisa, but the Orisa still keeps staying alive and gets first pick, second pick, nope, just first pick, and Baptiste gets the other kill, and Pfirsich and Alina cleans up.
Yeah, Baptiste on the Bastion was able to live for a good while there, but unfortunately will go down in the end. And now, up to 50%, the tides are beginning to turn. It's becoming a real possibility for a Flick to come through. But again, the problem is ults, which are just a little bit too far away. 70%, 66, 60. All of these you can build into by the time the point gets to 100%, but you don't have them in the beginning of the fight. You don't have tools if, for example, Muse decides to grab early. Because, for example, a grab artillery form combo can absolutely go up huge here.
EMP, not EMP, just hack on the Anna and a grab on Anna, kills Pfirsich, but Muse kills himself. Crow gets the revenge kill on Baptiste and Ben. Ben just cleaning up with his ultimate. It's going to be interesting. Don't talk, please. Against 2, but the point goes for Repair Local. It's 1-2-1, as I said. Maybe they should focus on not flanking with an Anna. This would help.
Maybe, yeah.
Let's see
It's a
what
weird
the
fight
next
plan
point.
there.
Yeah, let's see what the next point is going to show us. We have a little bit of old opportunity here for Repair Local, but let's Coquino Carry could save this with a good first hold on a point.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, early control here for Lekihino Carry. And a lovely nade starting off. But Baptiste with the artillery form could come up big. Plenty of damage onto Chaba and will be taken down. Mirror from Alexia, but we'll see if he gets to find value.
Counter ult from Alexia gets one or two,
back.
as I saw. No, just one. But the red team is just cleaning up the standing targets here. Bastion tries his best. Nope, nope. Still not enough. First fight goes for Repair Local.
Yeah, token effort from Alexia is nice to have, and maybe you get the respawns in a little bit earlier. You know, maybe you don't see an aggressive hold from Repair Local, but instead, not too much will happen. Don't talk, please. Over to the Baptiste. I do like this a little bit more. I think it's a bit better, and Chaba on the Hanzo does add to the front line. Maybe not a pick I'm as in love with, but still, overall, I think an improvement from Lekihino Carry, and regressing in, they do also have that Hanzo one-shot to open up the fight.
Gets the first pick here on Chaba. As you said, Chaba should do some damage, but he dies and does not get the damage output as they wanted. And Bastion dies again. So no DPS for the team. They're just getting into now huge trouble. Maybe they can turn around. Nope. Just the taps from Mate. The tap kills from the devil himself.
Yeah, Acrophobia runs at them. 2 body shot icicles is all they need just because of how good that nade from Gazik is. And now it's getting really, really rough. Flip is always going over. Bomb flats went past like lightning, and now it's map point, on Flashpoint here at least. Started out very strong, I think, for Lekihino Carry, but the resurgence from Repair Local has been there, and they have the ults to back it up. Support ults and the Blizzard means that this next fight should be a shoo-in. Gonna need to be an individual play from their opponents to make anything much of this. But so far, it will be at least early positioning for Lekihino Carry. But that is going to be the only advantage.
But they changed the Anna to a Baptiste. More survivability here with the lamp. And maybe this will help to win this point for them. And Acrophobia already low HP, uses block to save herself. Or himself, I don't know anymore, sorry. And now maybe some Blizzard, no, just a Transcendence to save some more lives and damage. The Blizzard is still kept in the pocket of the Mei. Now it comes out now and gets 1 pick, maybe 2, no, just 1 pick on the Don't Talk Please, the Baptiste player here.
Again, it's not a Blizzard I'm in love with. Yeah, it does close out the fight, but realistically, they had the kill onto Don't Talk Please guaranteed, and the HP of the rest of Lekihino Carry is also very low, so didn't confirm the fight even, just made it go a little bit faster. Yeah, it does stop their opponents from, garnering any more percentage, but it doesn't matter as much on Flash just because of how fast it comes up. So, not worth the ultimate. We'll have to see if the Nano Boost and the Artillery Form is enough. Baptiste, though, can get the work done with just the Wheels mode. But instead, yeah, there is the ult. No Ajax on to True. That was close.
It was pretty close. Already low HP, getting here in the front line of the enemy team. Just getting the kills here. They used 3 ultimates to get this fight. Like I said earlier, it was a little expensive fight. Just 2 ultimates up for the next. But Repair Local doesn't have any ults up, so it should be a good fight for Coquino Carry.
Yeah, 3 for 2, and you get the fight win. You take that every day of the week. Now, set up defensively, going to be one of the first times it feels like we've seen this properly. And with the Bastion ult to jam the choke, it could come up, use the window as well to buy time. This is the best spot I think they've been in since the first flashpoint. We'll see if it's good enough here on Vents.
Now just the pocket from Don't Talk, please. First pick on the enemy Bastion. It's a second pick from Crow. Just a 5v3. They just need to push, press the W button and speed button. Go for it and get the kills. Alexia, listen to me. Thank you. Thank you for the 2 kills on the support. Oh, 3 kills, sorry. On the team of Repair Local. Someone is listening. Nice.
Yeah, and now we go on to the final point. Trying to get there in one piece is all of Let Kahino carry, and while it gets bloody scary, they do manage to make it all the way. Oh,
low
again!
HP, low...
But not zero. Not zero.
Close one for them. And now the best in third form, not third form, but the artillery going in, get some space, but no kills. But splitting up the team, and Noriza already low HP. But the male counters it and gets first pick on Crow. No one still freezed, and Zarya low HP getting killed by Ben, and Alexia Mew cleaning up the backline from Repair Local, and still it's even. 3 against 3, no, just Ben cleaning up the backline, getting the ult, lamp down, and Bastion down.
Yeah, and with that cleanup will come through. It was so close, and even now with those supports, you look at what HP they have. About 50 on Baptiste, about the same on Ben. With Alina fanning because they're still respawning, then it means they have to go quite a lot of space so they can get healed up in good time. So, especially with the Lucio speed, there's a real possibility for good timing to come through from Let Kahino carry, but they're going to need it. Remember, this is last map, or must point here at least, so whoever wins this last flashpoint, they do get to take New Junk City, and so far with a pick like that, it's looking very, very good for Repair Local.
And Muse here ready with a Craft, gets a Craft pulled out, now still waiting for the Mei, and now here it is, the Mei Craft getting into the Transcendence from Zenyatta. Alina here saving maybe just Ben, but it is important to keep the tank alive, and we're going 70%. Come on, guys. Fast regroup. No, don't get into it. You're 3 people against 5. No, and now we're getting in. Ben just getting
out
some...
for real here.
Yeah, Ben
Dojo
just getting...
with an opening kill onto Alina Fan, goes down, and finally it looks like a fight will come through, and consistently as well. The swap for Chaba onto the Traitor, evidently paying dividends, but it felt like Muse was the one to carry that fight.
99% for Repair Local, close one. They got it right in time, but no ults set up right now. They have to put it up really fast now, Alexia, and Don't Talk, please, to get this fight for them. It's 70% now. We know how fast this goes on Flashpoint. They're keeping it really defensively, both teams. Let's see who gets the first pick onto this last important fight.
Yeah, Don't Talk, please, needs to get this window up, and now it's active. There's a real possibility to invest that well. It's a sublime situation to be in until Crew goes down.
And Blizzard from the May getting 2 more picks, and it is the first map for Repair Local. A close fight yet in the end of this map. Who would have thought that is going to be so intense fighting here in the last point. Again, a highlight from Muse. Great Zarya playstyle here against Ariza. Good counter. And we see here the purple from Don't Talk, please, it was. And a huge crash on the Craft on the 3 squishies.
Yeah, humongous plays coming through. It feels like Alexia got all the final blows there, but either way, it was the play from the Zarya that got them that fight win. Unfortunately, not the map, though. Almost inseparable on New Junk City, but will eventually fall the way of Repair Local. I think they just had a little bit more X factor, you know, when it went down into those low numbers situations, 3-on-3, 2-on-2, then it felt like Repair Local were the ones to win out those more often than not. And realistically, I think that was the big difference between these two teams, because in those neutral fights, even when they had ults, then it felt like they were borderline inseparable.
Yeah, they're just sticking together, and that was the winning condition here for them. The next map is going to be, again, Lijiang. We already saw this map, and saw some competitions. Yeah, totally. Maybe they're rolling again, like full hold on both points here. I really hope to see some Sombra plays. I like to see a good Sombra play, but yeah, as I said earlier, it's a new hero, kind of, and not
Yeah,
everyone is used to
basically.
play her. I did not try her so far. I'm still used to the old Sombra, so I'm not allowed to talk. But yeah,
I've been putting some games on her. She is so punishing to play. You know how before you could have like 2 deaths in a game that you were losing because you were good with your translocates? That's out the window now. If you miss those, you are just instantly dying. And remember, it only goes where you're looking. So plenty of lightning fast 180s, and if you're honest flicks, you're gonna be missing. You try and get behind a piece of cover, you hit it, and you just TP'd into a wall. They've got plenty of time to shoot. You're gonna be going down quite a lot to that. So I do think New Summer is very tricky, but she is very, very fun. As I mentioned earlier, Varus is a crazy strong ability. And honestly, if it gets going, if either team decides to start playing the Sombra and effectively, then these backlines are going to be having an absolutely terrible time of things.
or maybe we're going to see a good old pharmacy comp here, not on control, but on the open night market or the other map. I don't remember the name. I'm
Garden.
playing Overwatch 1 since beta, and I still don't know the map names. Ah, shame on me, really.
I mean, honestly, fair enough. I forget them all as well, but I think this one is Gardens.
Yeah, it should be Night Market, Gardens, and Control Center. It should be the
Yeah.
3 maps from the Junk Tower.
I mean, Night Market's not even at night anymore, is it? I can't remember what daytime they've got
Yeah,
on.
it kind of depends when you're playing,
Yeah.
or which map type you're getting. We will see what the teams are going to play. And we're going into the Junk Tower, and in 10, how long is the timer? 30 seconds. We know what the teams are going to pick and play. So, chat, put up your predictions. What do you think the teams are going to play
I
or
mean, for
not
me,
play?
I had really struggled to guess. That was so close there. So I guess it just depends on if it was only close because it was on Flashpoint. Because if they can bring the same level of play to some different compositions on a different game mode, then honestly, we could be in for a 3 map banger. Starting off
Could
here
be.
on Gardens, and this is like the most Pharah-centric map. So if anyone wants to whip it out, maybe Chaba, maybe Baptiste, maybe Acrophobia, to be playing the Rocket Lady, then honestly, this is where I would do it. But by the looks of what we're seeing in Spawn, it's going to be much more of the same, very similar to the compositions we were seeing on Flashpoint. Chaba on the Symmetra going to be a slight deviation, means you can TP to point set up defensively, and from their opponents, from the side of Repair Local, absolutely nothing has changed. They're sticking on the double flexible backline that did pay off for them on New Junk City. Whether the same will happen on Lee Junk Tower, though, may be a different story.
Muse still sticking to the Zarya against the RZA. For me, it's a good pick. Hard counter for RZA. No one can put away the huge damage from Zarya, and already on point with the bubbles and the turret setup. They're just spamming in from repair local to get some damage done and maybe some ult charge, but it's hard for them now to get on the point.
Yeah, very, very tricky, especially with no Lucio speed. They have nowhere taking space, and so they're just going to have to pray for an health advantage, or even better yet, a pick to get anything going. But so far, the trades are being won out by the team in blue. Electra on the back and getting so much done, but it's Chava with the Symmetry who opens up the fight.
And Muse getting the second pick on Baptiste, and Orisa fighting alone in the front line, getting really fast kills. And Crow, we have to say, you're a support, not a DPS. Please calm down, dude. Don't get too many kills here. Now they're just setting up again for the next fight. We will see. What do you think? How are they going to manage to get to the point?
With significant difficulty is all I can really say about that. They have no tools for closing down space, not even a shield, no Symmetra teleporter, no Lucio speed. And so they just need to get a kill, but Chaba with the long range right clicks does much the same back. Alina taking a tag and almost Gazit going down as well to the Symmetra spam. But so far, let Kahino Carrier absolutely popping off.
Aber shows off with his Symmetra skills, with his sniper Symmetra skills. Most of the Symmetra players are in close distance, but not Chaba. He stays distance and snipes them off
Widowmaker.
one by one. And now we have a sniper duel. A sniper Symmetra against a real sniper Baptiste on Widowmaker. Let's see if he manages to get some kills.
You'd have to hope so, because so far it's been very, very quiet. Going through the white room rotation, but with no Lucio speed, you see how hard it is. They're going so painfully slowly, 75%. They really haven't had a chance to take a proper fight. Where is Don't Talk Please going?
He's again flanking somewhere else. He's on a different universe. This dude is not playing Overwatch 2, he's playing Overwatch 5 already.
Real.
And by the way, someone got killed maybe, but already back, I don't know.
Oh,
But he's getting low HP, Physics already dying, 2 people again dead, I think. Let Kokino carry, woke up and chose violence to get here again the revenge on Repair Local. Full hold for them on the first point. Huge play here from Alexia again, showing off his her Bastion skill. I need to check again. Her Bastion skills, and great play from the team of Let Kokino carry. They woke up, now they're playing in a team. Everyone knows where to stand and when to get the abilities out to get the kills. Great job here. And now, Repair Local needs to focus again.
Or I mean, if Flashpoint was close, and it absolutely was, then that was anything but. There was like, I think, a compositional failure from the side of Repair Local. I think lacking a Lucio or a Symmetra is an unforgivable mistake in today's Overwatch. And unfortunately, they did get absolutely punished for it. Over to the Pharah now from Acrophobia, something we mentioned wanting to see. And with the Symmetra from Chav, it might be a little bit harder to try and deal with Acrophobia in the air. We'll see if that comes to pass, or if Alexia is good enough with the Bastion left clicks to keep the flying character checked.
And we see small pokes here from Farah, getting a little bit of damage, but Muse pushing fast, hardcore forward with a TP and Lucio speed, getting the first kill on Physics. So the main supporter is out, getting not the rest from Alina. It was a close one, just a millisecond miss here on the rest, and Chava getting the second kill on Baptiste. So it's just a pullback for Repair Local, and let's stay defense for Let Kokino carry.
Yeah, it's going from bad to worse, it feels like, for Repair Local. Their new Pharah Gambit has not been paying off too much, and while they are back and they do have a pick, well, suddenly momentum changes a little bit here. There's a chance.
Don't Talk Please was too aggressive again, more in the backline than by his team, and getting the second pill. No, that was just a lamp. I thought it was a kill, but now here's the kill from Baptiste and Acrophobia in the ultimate on Crow. Muse just getting banned, killed again. Don't Talk, what are you doing? You no HP, but here comes the cleanup for Repair Local and the first point hole on Lijiang Tower for them.
That's the convenient thing about playing Pharah comps. You don't have to think so much about your team coordination. You can just let your DPS player run around, do whatever they want, and you will win fights. And that's exactly what we saw there from Acrophobia on a lovely line with the Mercy Pocket, and absolutely flattened Let Kokino carry. So the first percentage on Lijiang Tower will be accrued in a lovely spear to stop the TP.
And a big second kill on Crow on his support for Ben. Don't Talk Please getting the pick on Alina, so no rest for the team, but Acrophobia gets the third kill, and Muse still holding it interesting on a point. Half HP, fighting against two DPS here, getting maybe some kills. No, he's falling back, Maybe he gets a big heal pack, getting pushed from the Pharah. Heal pack 1. Is it enough? The lamp coming in keeps Muse alive with a craft back on a point. Huge craft on Anna. Maybe the Mercy coming in too. First pick on Physics from Crow. The Mercy needs to get out, get through the window into the arms from Crow, and a cleanup and a very coordinated backup for Let Kokino carry. I thought they lost the fight, but no.
No, they managed to clutch it out, and they're taking a lot of damage through this choke. Our Repair Local, Acrophobia down to a sliver of HP. Just a moment ago, Ben was much the same. And Don't Talk plays with you now. Ilari playing Don't Talk Play, Hero, sorry. Has the Captive Sun, which could come up huge to flatten the ground members of the enemy composition. Gazist Baptiste could easily go down to just a single ultimate. And with plenty of pressure onto Acrophobia, actually is making the Pharah's life a lot harder.
Ben getting the first pick on Alexia. The Sim wall just making some space for the team, but it's not enough. Trade pick here from Jabba. Second pick on Baptiste
Oh.
and Crow getting the headshot kill on the Farah. Dude, you should reconsider on playing DPS, not support. You're getting really so many kills here on this map. Good job here, by the way, for Let Coquino carry. They won the second map, so it's 1-1 in this matchup. Again, a highlight here from Muse showing off his serious skills against Arusa. As I said, hard counter for her, and against the horse, getting a kill on the Anna, and just some kills on the flying hero. Don't see that often that a Zarya gets a kill on the flying hero.
I mean, if the Pharah's low enough, then, I mean, your beam is hit scan. All you have to do is get some decent tracking, and suddenly that 200 HP goes past pretty bloody quickly. But I have to say, while it's 1-1, the difference between these two maps have been night and day. Flashpoint, razor thin margins could have went either way. A single death, it feels like, could have separated these two teams further. But here on Lijiang Tower, it was anything but. Obviously, Gardens wasn't 100-0. And while Night Market wasn't that, it was still pretty one-sided. And so momentum definitely in the favor of Lekihino Carry. Going into this final map of Hybrid, then you have to give the advantage to them, right? With the momentum, with the more dominant showing in the series so far, then it's going to have to be a step up from Repair Local if they want to get their foot back in this to stop the reverse sweep from coming through.
Maybe they can manage to do it. Last fight, it seems like the Repair Local woke up and managed to get some focus back into the team fights, not into the solo plays. But it was not enough. Let's hope for a good map pick here for the next game. It's going to be a hybrid map, hybrid, and we'll see. Maybe they picking some good old scrim row. We all know this map in our sleep, so maybe they're picking that, or just some different, beautiful newer maps.
I believe the options are Hollywood, Eichenwald, and Midtown. So if I was Repair Local and I wanted to play double flex for backline, I'd be tempted to go towards a Midtown. Actually, the angles through first and second are very, very good. In fact, throughout the whole map, it's so long range, and the long range fam could really come through. But instead, they're going to Eichenwald. I don't mind this actually. I think if they think the Pharaohs their tickets to success, then through first and second, absolutely can get some wins there on Eichenwald. And let Hinokari will struggle just a little bit more playing this area. You know, the sight line's a little bit longer, a bit harder to get into effective beam range all the time. So not a map pick I hate at all, but it's just down to the execution, and especially the execution of the DPS to decide this series. Let Kahino carry and Repair Local going all the way to map 3. And we're just going to have to wait and see who gets the final W here.
Most of the times, the first important fight always happens in a choke point here on Eichenwalde. If you don't manage to keep it straight up as a defender, you just lost the first point. And maybe if you played really bad, you already lost half of the second point. So the first point, this choke point, is important for both teams. And maybe they can do it here like which team was it today we casted we played like a wall. I forgot the name already, just have a small brain. It was in Vino Veritas who hold it like a wall on the point, not Eichenwalde, but they were a wall, and they have to do it here on the choke point. And the second interesting part of this map, I think, in my opinion, is going to be the third point, because it's so a close, small room with not a high wall up. So going to be interesting. Second point, kind of boring for me. But first point, choke point, and the third section of this map is going to be the interesting part, in my opinion.
Yeah, can't disagree with that. I do think also with these... Yeah. I also think with these two teams playing consistently very slow heroes, that it's a real possibility that we don't see any dive, which I think is very interesting given current meta. But as we head into Eichenwald, then we're going to have to wait and see exactly if Ben and Muse want to play anything a little bit faster. They've been stuck. Yep, it's heading in now. But yeah, I mean, well, we've seen Zarya, we've seen Orisa, and more or less it. No Wrecking Ball, no Winston, no Doomfist, no nothing. And That is a bit of an interesting omission for me. I would really love to see some Doomfist personally. I'm a big fan of that hero, but gonna have to be a little bit patient to see if we get him.
Yeah, but maybe we see a Ramatra too. Still, he is some hero whose sustainability, who has a big sustainability with his Nemesis form and with his buff coming soon, or is it already out? With a cooldown reduction, it's going to be a more playable tank than now. Maybe we'll see him, but no, they still picking Oriza and DVA so far. We will wait till the timer goes down to 0.
I am always ready to learn.
Yeah, I quite like this from what we're seeing at least. From the red side, let Katino carry. With the Echo, with the Diva, your comp has pretty good synergy, and you have good ability to control range, you have good ability to control pressure, and no one really wants to be doing anything that's like anti-synergistic to what anyone else wants to do. So, good comp. The Bastion, actually, from Alexia is very interesting. I would not think there was enough resources for Alexia. But I guess if Crew gives the hard pocket over, then yeah, we're full swapping. No more Echo. We did get baited. Unlucky. And on the defense, Baptiste on the Junkrat. Guess we have to pay attention to that because that's not a hero you see every day, but can really have the impact if the pipes begin to connect. A lovely wall, actually. Separating Muse, beam down, but won't fall.
And Baptiste already getting the first Junkrat spam kill on Crow. It's 4v5, they're pulling back again. Don't waste more abilities to get on the point. Zarya just eating some more damage, giving ult charge for the team and some ult charge for their own healers. But it's not looking good for them right now. Alexia again, half HP, just focus, pulling up from the heals of Crow and Don't Talk Please. Now they're getting in. Good wall from Chaba. Huge purple from Fizzy again. They're kind of defensively pushing into it. They're not really trusting each other. Zarya going in for a solo fight against Oriza, Mei, and Junkrat. What an interesting decision here. Alexia getting a kill on Ben. Maybe it just was a bait from Muse, who gets the second kill on Acrophobia. Now it's just a clean up and get on the point as fast as possible.
Yeah, the Junkrat's a nice pick, but if you're not consistently finding value, then unfortunately you're not doing too much of anything. And there, the cap does come through, and Don't Talk Please with a lovely stagger onto Alina Fan. That's going to stymie any attempt for a late fight. Ben, make yourself over to the Sigma. I quite like this, actually, if it applies it correctly, but... Oh, very low HP on the high ground is Muse. Hopefully get some help. And there we go, we'll be coming through. And a rotation up as well to fight for the bridge. They're going to make their opponents overpair local, fight for every inch of space.
Huge wall shield from the Sigma, blocking the ultimate from Ilari. And Chaba dropping down in a block to save his own life. The Tire coming out, getting maybe some kills. Acrophobia again with a huge, or maybe not huge, but important freeze here on Alexia. Baptiste getting the grenade kill on Crow, and Ben cleaning up. Kind of chaotic fight here. It was the Tire who got pulled out first, then the freeze from Chaba. It worked out for them, but I don't know if it was necessary.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. You have the high ground now to leverage, so you're in a very good spot to start your defense, so can't really complain at all. As long as there's no big ult bank from Lekino carry as well, which there moderately is, then it's not the end of the world. What? Chaba?
Right, Chaba. What is he doing? I don't know. But I'm putting a few meters the payload close to under the bridge. Already under the bridge with a huge craft on a Sigma. Sigma 1 HP. He dies from Muse. And Alexia killing herself. What is happening right now? And Acrophobia in the backline alone without any support. Getting still no kills. Okay, Muse getting the kills on Acrophobia, but she's getting one kill on Chava, by the way. On the high ground alone. Good bubble here on Lucian. Don't talk. He's got saved by the bubble. No, he's still alive. Still alive. Walking up the walls or grinding up the walls. Low HP again. They need to get out and group up again. The Transcendence out. What a chaotic fight. Come on, guys. Please. It's too chaotic. I can't focus. So, Baptiste fighting on the high ground against the Mei and Zarya. Zarya walking up the high ground. Some of them are still low ground, fighting low ground. Now they're dropping low ground again. Acrophobia. Oh, again.
Oh, big.
Next ult. No kills. Lamp is out. Now we're getting kills. Chava getting a kill. Chava getting 2 kills on one DPS. The second one I can't remember. And Sigma fighting alone on the payload against the Zarya. Don't talk. Getting the kill. And now they're pushing the payload to the end.
Riptide out, yeah, taken down quick time. That was definitely bold from Baptiste, and now no chance at all for a recontest either. So just donating the body to the gods and let Kahino carry through the choke. They're going to get these stagger kills almost definitely. Alina fan and Ben realistically just dead men walking. Alina fan goes down. Ben survives somehow. Some great play of the shield, but from now on, it's going to have to be pretty much perfect. 3.5 minutes. They have a fight and a half to try and play, and early the Acrophobia is just flattened.
Let Kohino carry just snowballing the enemy team. One gets out, one gets killed. One gets out and one gets killed again. No one stands a chance against this team. They're then fighting again alone somewhere else, not where the team belongs to stay. Tracer going to recontest on the payload. The Maywolf zoning them out, and it goes first round or 4. Let Kohino carry. Pretty strong.
A 3-minute time bank. I mean, you don't see that every day, do you? An absolutely gargantuan time accrued off a stellar attack round. And I mean, Repair Local, they've got some fixing upping to do if they want to get anything close to that. I mean, at this point, all you're focused on is like getting to extra innings. You know, just get a map finished and then hope your defense or your offense on first can be just a little bit better. Because with a 3-minute time bank, trying to equal that and putting your hopes and your fight plans around trying to equal that is just unrealistic. It's very rare that teams will cap this quickly, and so massive advantage here to let Kahino carry. Very, very close to closing this series out on Eichenwald. Just 5 players and a 4-minute time bank to try and stand against them. We'll see if they're able to pull it off.
I reconsider my line I said earlier, that when you fuck up the first hold, you lost the second point. They fucked up the second point and lost the whole map. So we will see how Repair Local is going to manage this fight. Now they need to step up the game and get as fast as possible on a point and maybe to the bridge on the second point. And we see a sneaky little Reaper waiting on the stairs. Who will he get first?
Will someone get him? Oh, spotted out, Wraith's out. No harm, no foul, just losing the Reaper shift for a couple seconds. Reaper, though, at these ranges might really struggle.
He gets out safe with a bubble from the Zarya. Zarya already gets a charge here from the help of the aggressive Reaper, and they're turning around the tower on the left side, pushing the Zarya alone, gets the heal from Bab on a high ground, and the Reaper again flanking with the support of the Zarya bubble, getting out again, just pushing the charge of the Zarya, and we already have some kills, maybe? No, they're still managed to stay alive. Again, low HP, everyone drops down sometimes. And the virus, oh, we have a Sombra, by the way. The virus gets, don't talk, please. Now it's 5v4, the best in low HP, getting killed by Ben, and Muse just getting one pick on Baptiste. Muse waking up, getting here the revenge on his team and getting a full team kill. No, not Physic is still alive.
Did you see the health of Chava and Crew? They were both down to, it felt like, about 20 HP each, but didn't manage to find the final blow in either, and that means that what was honestly a pretty good attack has been sent back to spawn with nothing to show for it. Oh!
Baptiste,
nice.
Headshot on Zenyatta, changing to Widowmaker is not a common pick here on Eichenwald at first point. Different to play, or hard to play, I would say. Solo grab from Baptiste, just let's show us who got the bigger balls. Getting the rest here, Mercy on Baptiste, but Alexia getting 2 picks. 1 pick, sorry, for their team. And Orisa fighting alone in the backline. or front line, as you like to see it. There's in which direction you're looking at. Amir's getting a second pick on Pfirsich, cleaning up again, and showing how hard it's going to be for Led Kokino Carry to get on the first point.
Yeah, Muse just standing more or less in the choke the entire time. Made it so hard for the backline to try and follow through. Yes, Ben was through. Acrophobia obviously has an easy time making it past the choke. But no one can walk past the Zarya. Muse controlling all of this space brings up so much value. Made it essentially a 4-on-2. His team's more than happy to close that out. Alina fan going down as well. Actually, Chaba, the one to get the final blow. And this flanking Reaper has been paying off dividends, even though it is a little bit non-standard at least.
They're playing now. They're just waiting for team to group up again, getting in and getting some damage done. 2 ults up. The EMP, maybe the EMP is going to the difference here. Acrophobia is setting up to get some kills close to detection, and one hack still getting detected and not getting out, and just feeding here for the team. But Crow thought the EMP is coming, so he pulled the Transcendence for safety. Not worth it. And Chaba getting a huge Death Blossom.
Oh, that was very, very rough from Acrophobia. I mean, it comes out of Cloak to get a manual hack when you're scaled for EMP, I'm not sure about. I mean, they do the same thing more or less now anyway, but then to also try and use the EMP anyway and to die mid-cast, I mean, that's a huge ultimate you've just used to get absolutely nothing. And yeah, staying on the Sombra, in fact, so not even just a reset ultimate. In 15 seconds, they need to get a touch. Ben, though, with an opener, finally. Alina fan as well means there's no one in the backline, and Muse with an aggressive Graviton trades it back. There's maybe a chance here.
They can get to the point. They have a few picks, just
3,
one thing alive,
2,
and no!
1!
It's over! Let Kokino Carry got the point with a kind of C9, I would say. They would have gotten the picks and just rushed to the point, but they denied it.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a little bit crazy, realistically. Yeah, that spear at the end was lovely, and a good nade as well, but unfortunately the hold far too good. I mean, just look at this play. The flanking Reaper, again, so strange, so rare, but I mean, if you're taking strong angles, it is going to pay off, and that's what we saw. Just amazing TPs and good use of the shift to escape sticky situations. Could have probably played it better with a Tracer or Sombra still, but I mean, if it works, you know, no point fixing it up, no point making it better. It was strong enough to get the win for Let Kahino Carry, and for them, I think they're going to be perfectly happy with this win.
I think so too. Intense fighting here on Eigenwale. I couldn't wish for more as a caster. Some chaotic fights on the second point here on Eigenwalde from Team Repair Local and against Let Kokino Carry. But they managed to keep the focus on and getting the snowballs in to get to the third point. Props to you guys. You did well, and well, thanks to Repair Local. You have maybe a chance. No, you're not having a chance in the blue bracket, I don't think, though. GG to you. And we are ready for next break, for the second break today, and then going into one more matchup today. So grab again a drink and maybe eat something, power up, and be ready in a few minutes.
We'll see you guys in a bit, yeah? Peace.
welcome back from the second break today from today's tournament, Semper Challenger Cup for today. And now we're going into the last matchup for us, and it's again a team we already saw, Let Coquino carry and Semper Codes. Let's introduce them really quick. We have on the side of Semper Code, Bark on tank position. He says he's the biggest bird around, and it's just some weird uh, key bindings for his setup. On a DPS position, we have Nox and King Noah. And King Noah is, by the way, the leader of Semper Codes, and he says King without a queen. On the support side, we have Mailman on fire. He will be never human. And Oskos as a second support on Anna most of the time. He's a ringer, a last-minute ringer for this team. Let's see how he managed to keep up with this team.
Yeah, being a ringer is always a little bit awkward, but you can always bring your own flair, a little bit of improvisation to that team dynamic, you know, maybe be a little bit of a curveball for your opponent. So we'll have to see how Oskos plays. Keep an eye out if there's too much pressure on the Ana, though, because that could also be a very big weakness that Let Kahina carry are going to be more than happy to exploit. And obviously, we've just seen them. We're going to see them again. Let Kahina carry. Got Muse, Alexia, Chaba, Crew, and Don't Talk, because they've just played an incredible 3-map series where they look pretty in control for most of it, and looking to get a repeat here today. Honestly, I think Muse was maybe the stand-up player on their Zarya, especially in those later rounds, was getting away with absolute bloody murder, and bloody murdering while they were at it. So definitely the player to watch from the side of Let Kahina carry. The rest of them, a very strong supporting cast around mainly the Zarya plays there. But honestly, they've looked very, very strong so far. And in this upper bracket game, someone's going to have their perfect record blemished. And my guess is it's not going to be Kahina.
Maybe, but we have some interesting players on the side of Semper Codes again. But we have to say, Mailman, he says his peak as our on the support is DR1. But his name says on fire, so he has to keep up with his name he gave himself. Let's see if he can manage. But overall, both teams have kind of the same as R, around GM4, GM5, some GM3, so it's close together. But I think maybe from my low SR perspective, those ranks are close together. But when you're in this high SR, maybe 4 to 5 is such a huge gap from a skill. I don't know. I've never played this high. I will never be. But maybe it is a huge gap. We will see it now. While we're entering Zero Weather again. We already saw it in the first matchup. Do you think we're going to see some different playstyles or the same?
I mean, I think in the current meta you have a lot of opportunities to play more or less whatever you want. But I think from at least the teams that we know a little bit about, I think Let Kahina carry, they have no reason to change. They can just keep running on the Zarya, and I mean, why wouldn't you? It works pretty much everywhere, and they haven't been punished for it yet. So yep, there we see it. Muse back on the Zarya. Sparks, but on the looks of things, on the Junker Queen, which is also a pretty valid pick, but I mean, if it's just a hero preference thing, then honestly, fair enough.
Yeah.
I think I want to speak a little bit about what you said earlier about, you know, being at the high ranks and having peaked relatively high myself. And yeah, you can definitely tell the difference between a Masters and a Grandmaster player, even if you're only, 200 SR apart, 1 or 2 actual in-game ranks. I mean, once you get to those really high ends, low ends of the skill curve, then any difference feels like a gaping canyon. So yeah, we really will have to hope that one diamond player can hold his own, not make too many mistakes, because otherwise that is a skill gap that absolutely can be punished.
Now we're getting into this skill gap, hopefully not too huge. We see Nox on a Genji, getting here on the first dash into the Bastion, getting a first kill from Sparks on Alexia. Alexia dies here on a game, and Junker Queen gets the sleep dart from the enemy area, and the lamp saves her, fortunately for them. And the Genji dashes in, getting some more damage maybe, but splitting up the team, and here falls Muse as a second player for this team fight, getting clean up here from the team of Semper Goats.
Yeah, I do like the competition we're seeing out of Semper Goats a little bit more. I think the Genji is more consistent than the Reaper and has an easier time finding value as well. But King Noah going down to Don't Talk Please makes this so much harder. Suddenly, the momentum has swung and there's a real chance for a re-engage coming through with no Sojourn. There's no one to stop the walk-in. Point left open, an empty goal that Muse and Co can walk onto for free.
Semper Goats knew their opportunity, and Let Kohino knew that they have to back up. Sorry, I changed them again. Semper Goats knew to back up, and Kohino knew their opportunity to get on the point, and they did it, and already pushed it to 20%. And a huge bubble here from Muse on the Baptiste, not Baptiste. How is it called? Bastion. Now I got it. And the second kill on third kill on Mailman Oscars. 4K for Muse. What is going on?
See, that's hero comfort for you. Zarya has been nerfed recently, so maybe not the strongest possible pick, but as long as you're confident on the hero, then you can make absolute miracles happen. And a 4K with the primary fire, 95% of a Graviton built up, and it's going to be very, very hard for a recontest to come through, especially with a long-range kill onto Oscos. The sleep connects from Don't Talk Please. Chaba lands the right click, and with that, first point on Suravasa is going over to let Kahino carry. They didn't even get first cap, but the resurgence was there, and now they've got a great ult bank going into the next flashpoint, wherever that may be. It's getting very rough already for Semper Goats, who are going to have to get up, dust themselves off, and regroup for one more fight to try and take one of the next flashpoints, because, I mean, off a great start, they got absolutely nothing to show for it.
And I have to say, they did a good hold here on this outside choke point. I didn't ever see this hold outside of the point so far away, and they managed to do it. And now second point, they already got on the second point, getting some sleep darts on the enemy team, slowing down their pace to get on the point. Now Jungle Queen jumps in with a beat support from Mailman, getting into the curve. Low HP, the lamp saves the Jungle Queen again, but it was just too much damage from Alexia's ult again. 3 ults on the Jungle Queen, but nothing helps, and they're just killing one by one after another.
Sparks was just not allowed to play the video game. Got frozen, grabbed, and bashed and ulted, as well as your enemy being beaten. Like, you can't play. You don't have control of your character. So, unfortunate to go down there. Makes us swap over to the Zarya now, but also advantage for Semper Goats because of how expensive the last fight was. And honestly, it was for that reason. A big overspend for Let Kahina carry, which is going to mean this window, this overclock is going to be uncontested.
And now they're going into the next fight. A huge main wall on the Baptiste window to defend and kite the damage that is going to be into this fight. And now they're just charging up each Zarya, and the first Zarya who falls down is Muse. Muse falls down first and not get the kill. Muse again. I thought Muse died already. It was a little bit confusing. Okay, but now they're getting into it with a Sojourn old Bastion. Nano boosted into their defense line on the point. Who dies first. It's a little bit chaotic. I need to focus, but Semper Goats get the point for them. Close to 69%, 79, 89, and into overtime. 1% now for Semper Goats.
Yeah, but 8%, it does mean that they realistically have about 2 fights to try and get their 1 to win. So definitely very easy for a flipped, for a conversion, for Semper Goats. And with the Grav very, very close on the horizon, they have to be thinking about the Grav Pulse combo. If they manage to get to those particular ults, it could be a very quick fight win, and a relatively cheap one at that, but they have to be wary of the Blizzard of Chaba, because that's the big tool from Let Kahina carry that could do work, but instead it's Alexa who opens up with the Bastion 1v1.
And he still gets, she gets more damage onto it, and Muse just punished the low targets, getting 2k on Sparks and Mailman. Crow cleaning up as a Lucio, just showing off his support skills. And now they're on the third point already. It's just 0-2-2 for Let Kohino carry. And by the way, the chat asked, who is Kohino? I read it in the caster sheet. Kohino is Muse. He is the carry of the team. So the Zarya player let the Zarya carry the team, it should say.
It's working out so far, ain't it? I mean, it's 2-0 early Blizzard that they don't have bubbles to try and live through. I mean, yeah, this is instant fight win, instant conversion, And with that, off the back of Chaba's Blizzard, only a single ultimate invested. They've got first cap Hero and Gardens, and remember, this is the last flashpoint they need to cap, and so they're about 2 fights away from taking the first map in very clean fashion.
They were so fast on the first fight here, I couldn't even see who was going to fall down first. It was so quick, even the enemy team couldn't react that fast. Now they're coming in with a Graph on a beat, on 2 bubbles from the Zarya, still managed to stay alive, and Alexia trying her best to kill someone, but King Neo is the better bastion right now in this fight. And now they need to stabilize, getting some picks. King Noir getting another pick on Don't Talk Please, who got the nade kill on the Tracer. Still not enough for the point, still on the side of Let Coquino carry. Now they're maybe getting the point. No, they're still not getting the point. Big crap on the enemy team. Semper codes and getting the cleanup.
There we go, 75%. It means that there's going to have to be a rush from Semper Goats to try and touch. They will be able to fight pretty okay once they actually manage to get it, but 15%, that's going to be the real challenge. Most likely a rollout from Mailman, who has to touch, but 5%, 3%, 1%!
No, it's over! It's over faster than you could have ended this sentence. Let Coquino carry wins the first map with a, I would say, huge gap on the last 2 points here. And yeah, let's see how Semper Goats is going to manage the next map. They need to step up the game.
Yeah, they had a decent compositional advantage in the first fight, but once some swaps were made by their opponents, then it felt like they were kind of lost, you know? Because the whole fight plan was predicated on keeping that momentum, keeping that ball going. But unfortunately, they had that swept up from them pretty quick, and Lekino Carry stole that. They ran with it, and they took Suravasa in clean 3-0 fashion. Lijiang Tower, again, we promise you we didn't write this script. But
Not at all,
for
not
the
at all.
third time today, we will be seeing Lijiang Tower as our second map, picked by Semper Goats, and I'm not sure if this is the way to go for them.
Well, maybe they're going to pick a better comp here, but I think we're going to see the same as the last teams played. We're going to see maybe a Bastion. Maybe one of both teams are going to try Junkrat first point, but I think they're sticking through the old working comp. Orisa, Zarya, but I think both tanks learned that the Zarya is the go here, and we will see. They're going to pick.
That we will, and yeah. Should be just heading in a hot second. So while we wait for that, we can kind of guess about what they're going to play. But as you mentioned, and as I've mentioned before, comfort, I think, in this match is going to be the big thing. And while I personally would love to see lots of Sigma coming through, I do think Sigma's a great jack of all trades, then by the looks of things, Zarya is the name of the game. Maybe a Junkrat we'll see on Control Center, but starting out here in Night Market, long range, good for long angles, good for flankers as well. So Echo, Tracer, all of those are very strong picks here. So far, though, we've just seen Bastion made pretty much all the time everywhere. Symmetra surely a shoo-in as well, because they give you so many options. TP through into the window, onto the point. We're just rolling out faster. I mean, we've seen it before from Chaba. I'm sure one of Nux or King Noah has it in their hero pool as well. So, yeah, there it is. Symmetra's on both sides, and Ramatra as well.
Beautiful hero. He's going to be picked more often, I think. More often in mid or lower elo. Maybe not in high elo, but Ramatra is still a good hero to pick. He got a small amount of spam damage with his primary fire, and maybe some good advantage against the strong Zarya of Muse.
Yeah, that's true. Now, Ramatra, I do believe, hasn't been played in a hot second. We'll see if that's enough. A lovely nade onto the TP gives great health advantage, and Nox able to get the opening kill, the Bastion diff onto Alexia. That's a great way to start out this round.
Now they're just speeding in. Oh, they forgot Muse in the backline. Muse still fighting about a point, getting some bubbles and some charge into it, but it doesn't matter because he dies, and as you know, when Zarya dies, she loses her charge. So it's 0 again, and Lucio is still fighting again in the backline. They need to communicate who is fighting in the backline and who is not, or when they're going to disengage. So it's just a little bit more feeding for them. Don't talk, please. Getting picked by Mailman with a huge tasty boop off the map. And now they have to wait for him to come back. Well, it's Lucio. He's going to be really fast and be back on time. But then the lab ability is out already. And they're not grouped up. What are they doing? They're just pushing in one by one, getting damage in, and using all abilities.
It's very, very hard for them. A lovely environmental kill again from Don't Talk Please, who's just been careening across the outside of the map. Alexia as well lands the sticky onto Sparks, and though it was a little bit slow, the numbers advantage will be converted by Let Kahino carry, but this time it was Don't Talk Please who really stole the show.
Maybe it's their plan to confuse the enemy so much that they can't keep up of their strategy to just go in one by one, and sometimes it will work, as you can see. And now they're going on a rotation on the right side through the small hallway on the right side here. Maybe get some spam damage in with Bastion H somehow. Or a TP, maybe we see a TP straight to a point. Are they so brave to do it? Yes, nope, not straight point, just a little bit on the beginning. The lamp focused, the winner just stopping them into pushing in. Oh, what a pity. He dies and they're pushing in. Big lamp from Nox, not Nox, but from Crow. And
they're bold to keep fighting. But yeah, unfortunately, it will cost them. Cap will not come through, and with the pick onto Oscars, there's just not enough survivability on the blue team at all. So Semper got sent back to spawn. 50% means that a lead has been solidly gained for Let Kahino carry, and they have the ults as well to keep it. They've been investing their ults in some strange ways earlier, but just by quantity of check marks, surely this next fight is a shoo-in. The only scare has to be the annihilation for Sparks, which could come up huge.
And they're trying to do again a TP in the backline with a beat support for them. Both the Metro Wards are out in the fight, and who set it up better? I would say it's for Let Kahino carry. It's straight on point. No one can really do something. Some O's are still pulled and no one dies so far. It's 5v5. Now Melbourne gets another environmental kill on Don't Talk Please. Nox gets a second kill. And now it's up for Semper Codes. They got back the point close to 90%. Now they have to keep it a little bit longer than Let Kahino carry to get first map for themselves.
Yeah, that's a lovely flip they came through, and expensive for both teams. 9 ults, I believe, invested, and at the end of the day, when the dust settles, then Semper Goats are in control. But that does mean that a little bit of slow play means that Crew's Amplification Matrix will be the only ult on the field. Surely that's the way that Let Kahino carry Electra approaches fight. Plenty damage onto the Zarya makes this awkward.
And now they're pulling back. Some abilities were pulled out. Both lamps are dead, and they need to get back. And Java gets the first kill. Symmetra against Symmetra. A trade kill from Rox on Muse, and it's going to be who's going to be the next one. The TP is going to do the next one. Don't Talk Please getting the kill on Oscars. The main healer is down. Now it's just Mailman on fire who needs to save his team. They're jumping around on the point. The lamp is out. The window is out. The lamp saves the Don't Talk Please from dying. And Java getting the kill on Sparks. Mailman getting another kill. Mailman shows off on his Lucio, but it's not enough to get back on the point. 69%, 91% now for team Let Kahino carry. And I think they're going to win this fight, this map. It's over for them. Lucio, now Bub trying again, but it's not enough.
Yeah, sprinting on to the point, but yeah, wasn't even able to get the touch. And with that, 100% to 96, it will go over to Let Kahino carry, but that was very close. Maybe the closest control map we've seen so far, and especially considering how dominant Flashpoint is, this is a great rallying from the side of Semper Goats. Really gives me good hopes that this series is going to continue to be close and not just a wash like we did see there on Suravasa. And yeah, managing to get Muse to swap off the Zarya is an achievement in of itself, even if it was just for the stall, but back on it. Nox as well on the Junkrat could get some great work done here, but we have to see if it ends up being the same level of value, because it can be quite feast or famine, that particular hero.
Well, they're going to be faster than the other team on the choke point here on the point. Sparks almost missed the TP, but he managed to turn around, and now they can hold the high ground here, kind of high ground, and poke into the enemy line. They're TPing. No, they're not holding it. They're TPing. Right aggressive into them, right into them, and getting maybe some kills. All low HP, and Muse gets but the first kill on Semper Codes. They're turning around the tables, getting more kills for themselves and securing the first fight for them. They should have
Yeah, they
stayed
just got
control
folded.
room. They should have stayed control room.
Yeah, most likely. Over to the Bastion now, a little bit more consistent than the Junkrat. I don't think that's a sentence I'd ever be saying, but either way, we'll have to see if it works out, because Nox was unremarkable on the hero before, but nothing to complain about, and this time getting an early kill, Chabba down early, and this is a 5-on-4 they're going to be more than happy to take.
It's going to be a 5v3 now because Oscars gets kill on Don't Talk Please. Now they need to be fast. They need to be fast and getting some kills here. And nope, Muse showing off his area skills again. Some dying Bastion and a dying Sparks who gets the Bastion. He gets the big heal pack and they set up on a point.
Yeah, Cap comes through, and 30% accrued means that very likely the lead will be going over. An attempt from Sparks to go more aggressive, but walks into the trap of Chabba. Just respawn means that you just have to spend the entire Nemesis form just blocking.
And we see
But
how
now just poking.
sustainability this Nemesis form is. He can hold a Junkrat Nate Zarya maybe 6%, but now he dies. No Nemesis form for them. Don't Talk Please getting a second kill of Muse. And just a team wipe. Come on, get the team wipe. Get Mailman. It's a team wipe for them. 31, 32 now. It's even to 35 for Let Kohino carry. They managed to get it right in time for them. And just some poke damage for Don't Talk Please. I think he likes to flank.
I think he does, and with the Riptire as well, this could be absolutely huge. A full-on team wipe, especially with Mailman dead, no beat to try and stop it. It has to be the lamp from Oscars to come up clutch, and they've been unremarkable so far.
And now it's a little bit confusing fight here. Nox getting 2 kills, a solo craft from Muse on Oscars. Oscars uses lamps, survives somehow a little bit longer than he thought. Muse still getting the kill, but they changed it with Spark getting the kill on Muse. And what do we see here? Mailman fighting a Junkrat in low, small rooms. Always a smarter idea to do that. Sparks pushing in, getting maybe some kills from Bastion Artillery. No, but he is still fighting, getting in with it ult, getting some kills. Come on, guys, I think you can do this. Jabba can somehow not survive. I thought he can still manage to get out here. And the chaotic fight continues with 1-on-1 Zen against Bastion on the point in Transcendence.
Transcendence?
Yeah. To
Why?
say get some more percentage maybe. No, they didn't keep the point, right? They didn't
Yeah,
get the
they
point,
have
so
to
why do
take
you
the
use Transcendence here? A little bit chaotic here, and this chaos forced my German to get out and not English. Sorry for the German words.
No problem here. Annihilation, I believe. No, that's my slow stream. And Tyre coming through big onto Oscos, and suddenly the momentum has swung.
And now it's again for Let Kohino carry. 95% for Semper Codes. They managed to get it this far, but now they need to somehow get it. It's 65%. Just I would say it's just one more fight for them to get onto the point. If they don't manage to get this fight, it's over for this map and for this tournament already. When they don't manage to get back to the point. Now I just have
Oscars
some
goes
jumps in
down.
my stream. Where are we?
Yeah, Oscars has just been picked by Muse, who's now controlling the choke very effectively, and point percentage ticking up for Let Kohino carry means that it needs to be a kill from Semper Goats, but instead they're just getting picked off. 10% left to go. Muse is running amok. Mailman, Oscars, Sparks all falling to the Zarya. Let Kohino carry. I mean, just look at him go. And now, over like Red Rover, Let Kohino carry sweeps this 2-0 Semper Goats out. And Let Kohino carry, they advance.
And they won. They used their advantage and won this matchup today. Huge play from Muse. I think you really need to change either your battle tag or your team name to let you carry, or you name yourself Kokino. Right? Let's settle on that. And GG to both teams for fighting this intense matchup. I think this one was for my favorite to cast today. Tomorrow, new day. But today, this one was my match I would like to cast again and again and again.
Yeah, fair enough with that. It was definitely entertaining. I mean, Just an incredible individual performance out of the Zarya there from Let Kahino carry. And Semper Goats, some good attempts, especially in the opening fights. But it feels like as the map went on longer and longer, Let Kahino carry just heated up. They gained power like a bull rolling down a hill, and they were able to get consistent fight wins out at the end. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that's more or less all we have for you today. All the games, at least. And do we have an interview?
I
believe
don't think
so.
so. That
Yeah.
do we have one?
Oh, we have one. We have one. No interviews?
No.
No
Okay.
interviews.
All right.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
right, then we have some exciting news for tomorrow for you guys. At 2 p.m. is going to be another stream for. Is it the same tournament?
Yeah.
Yes,
Continuation
it's
of
the same
tournament.
tournament. All right, we are already. We still have the final. I'm sorry, I forgot about the final. That's my fault. So stay tuned, guys. If you still not have followed the Semper community on Twitch, just do it. Click on the heart, and if you don't want to miss the stream tomorrow or every other stream we do, just click on the bell, and you will get notified about that. And if you want to still be more into the community, you can go on the Discord server. Just click on the link in the description below the stream, or follow us on every social media we have. I don't know what we have already. It's so much. So just do it. Keep up, follow us, and we happy to see you tomorrow again. I say thanks to you guys for clicking in, watching us casting, and thanks to you, Spectron.
Of course, been lovely casting with you, Mr. Jockey. Hopefully, we can do it again tomorrow. And of course, also thanks to the backroom staff. We have Aluka, who's been doing the production, and some observers who I unfortunately don't know. But I mean, thanks to them anyway. I hope you guys see this because the real goats behind the scenes. But other than that, we don't have much more for you. So we'll head off now and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
See you guys.